All right, we're live here. It is Saturday, November 16th. Got myself on stream with Mathwins and Brayton. He's helping his wife do something right now, but he'll be on shortly. What's going on, Jeff?
Not much, man. Excited to talk some sports betting here. Kind of crazy times right now with college hoops starting up. It feels like, I'm almost unloading my bankroll almost every day into the books.
Are you really getting that much out right now?
It's a lot every day, especially between top-down stuff and then Sigma's player prop stuff. Like when he fires off NFL props and NBA props, there's a pretty good chance I'm running pretty low in my sports books by the time games start.
Are you, obviously, we have very similar limits. Are you hitting, when he posts his plays, when Sigma does, I'm pretty much just looking for FanDuel and DraftKings and betting those. I'm not spending any time betting the rest. Are you going through all of them, even if you're only getting down like $10?
So I'm actually taking the ones that are listed at the other books and shopping them to see if they're still good to the other ones. So I'll usually take those and hit them. I actually just loaded up my Fliff account too, and I have $500 limits on player props at Fliff. So I think I'm going to start, and their lines are so soft. Almost every prop that he posts has value to Fliff.
Really, I have not been checking Fliff, and I currently got an account back too. So
some of them have better odds than what he posts at Fliff.
Yeah. So you were able to get Fliff all set up. I know how that works, but it worked for you.
Yeah, I was able to. So, and they've got I haven't used Fliff in a couple years, but they had a promo going when I went to sign up that for every $100 you put in, they give you 150 with a 20 times playthrough. So it's like I was able, and it was only like the first 1,000 that they matched that. But you're talking about putting 1,000 in and getting 2,500 in bonus cash right off the bat.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I had a similar. Actually, I've deposited twice in the past few weeks that I've had it. But the first sign up bonus was for me. It was deposit 100 and get $400 free. But it was like a 20x playthrough, which I'll eventually get through. But then I was playing through. I only had like $800 in their total, so I was like running through that every day. So I need to just keep adding, I think.
My biggest gripe with Fliff right now is for bigger bankroll players, you can only deposit 100 at a time. So I've got to sit here and over and over and over again, but I can't complain too much. They just gave me a free $2,500 that I just have to play through 20 times.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I see you got Scheme Rose here. It says morning. Got a couple of other guys in the chat already. Sweet. Brayton joined us too.
Yeah. Thank y'all for having me, man.
Yeah.
So Don, you weren't on last week, but I was talking about my bookie experience. Now I had a 50K playthrough to get through before I get my money back. Update on that. It's down to 49K playthrough. Got my way through $1,000 last week. So only 49 more weeks at the same volume before I can get my money back.
Yeah.
People that were laughing at me last week about that.
So you put in, you did a deposit match on my bookie, and then you had some crazy limits. So they want you to roll through 50K, but now they'll only let you bet like $100 a bet or less than that. So you're struggling to get through it.
I get like on a good NBA mainline spread, I can get like $44 down, and on totals I can get like $20 down. So I'm over here just trying to grind out this playthrough.
Yeah,
it's like I had been playing on the book for a while, and then they give you this nice lucrative deposit match, and as soon as you hit the deposit match, they just crazy ass limits on you. Yeah,
they're bastards for that. You're probably, I mean, that's a lot of work. You might have to just start playing some square bets and getting through the money and hope you survive the run.
yeah, it's one of those things that not ideal, but we'll make it through.
Yeah. So how much money did you guys have on Jake Paul last night?
I didn't have any, but I know a lot of people in the Discord were loading up on him.
I know.
It's kind of weird. I read that in Louisiana you couldn't bet on that fight, but Fanatics let me put down I think my limit was like $88, and I bet him to knock out Tyson. Anyway, that bet's just like pending. It won't settle. So I don't know if it's because I'm in Louisiana, if they're going to void this or
They should void
my
it.
money or what, you know?
Yeah. I would throw a think about that if they try to settle as a loss.
Right.
We had the same.
Jake Paul won, but did he knock Tyson out? I didn't watch any of it, and I haven't even looked it up.
From what I didn't watch it either, but from what I heard is Jake Paul probably could have knocked him out at any point in the fight and kind of just kept it civil and just.
I fell asleep and I woke up and it was like round 4 maybe, and like Tyson's legs were done. And so
well, he's what, 50 something?
58.
Yeah. The Evie Adam was saying, I know he went real heavy on this one. He took Jake Paul, and he was basically like, this is a once in a lifetime bet to be able to get only minus 220 for, not that Jake Paul is a professional boxer, but he's definitely skilled versus a 60-year-old man, which, this line probably should have been set at like minus 10,000 or something crazy. So I know even I know the Discord I was in, SportsBetting Discord, with a lot of sharp bettors, everyone was saying the same thing. Like everyone was just hammering Jake Paul. And Evie Adam, I put like a little over a unit on Jake Paul just because I wanted to feel something if Evie Adam ended up losing all that money. I know Greek hammered him too.
Greek put like $1,000 on it, like right before it started.
It's savage.
And he said basically if he lost and Tyson won, he'd still be happy. So
so funny. Someone in the chat said that he's from New Orleans and the bet got voided for
the yeah, they might void my bet.
You might be good.
Get my $88 back. I would probably put more on it too if they let me.
Did you guys have these tennis pings this morning? Dude, I caught this at like 5 or maybe 6 in the morning. I had these 2 pings on FanDuel, under 10.5, under 12.5 first set total. Those are nice. Nice way to start the day. I'll just give a quick recap of how my month's going. I'm up right now almost $2,000. 2.77% ROI. Kind of got smoked for like a couple days in a row where I was up close to $2,000 and then was down $2,000. So it's been a very up and very down this month. What the NBA is where pretty much all the profits are. NBA has been so good for me for the past 2 months. It's 5% this month and almost 9% this month. And I'm playing all the point spreads. So like first quarter, first half, full game point spreads. I'm pretty much taking those pretty early in the day or, earlier than I typically would because the limits for the point spreads are so huge. And then for totals, like first quarter totals, I'm just waiting for like right before game time to see movement on those. Full game totals, I'll bet those early in the day, but that's about it. But I think every category, I've broken them down first quarter, first half, full game. I've done well everywhere so far, so it's working good for me.
Yeah, NBA has been really good for me too. I know I find that, I'm usually up early at 5 a.m. and there's some good movement there. If there's a big jump early, it's been turning out really good for me throughout. Usually around that 5-6 a.m. is when kind of the first limit increases at the sharp books. So some sharps are jumping on that early first increase, but then just kind of jumping on big movement throughout the day, trying to catch some steam. Seems like the way to go. I usually, if it's kind of like a line that's looked like it's mellowed out and isn't steaming anymore, it's got to be usually like a 2 to 3% edge for me to hit, which you don't find very often in the NBA, but sometimes on the softer books you will. But NBA has been really, really good for me as well. I'm sitting at this month 6% ROI, and I've had a really, really shitty month. So NBA is kind of what I can look at yeah, exactly. That and college hoops has been good to me, but it's been a rough month. I think the first week I was down close to 30 units, and we're just grinding our way back.
It always starts that way. The last, 3 months for you, you've been down probably like 30, 40 units. Then you just feel like you're trying to break even by the end of the month.
Yeah, the last September and October weren't as bad, but I was still down. It seems like the first month just kicks me in the ass, and then I got to grind my way back to even, or September I was able to profit because I got on that heater the middle of September. But it's just one of those things, man. I went after the first week. I went back and kind of looked at some of the things that I was doing and where I was getting beat, and definitely cleaned some things up. So it's been better the last 7 days. But it's just one of those things. Like, that's just sports betting in general. Like, when you're getting your ass kicked, you got to reevaluate. The markets are always changing. The landscape's always changing. What was an edge 3 months ago isn't necessarily an edge today. So we've got to adjust as the lines makers adjust.
How have you guys been doing on NHL? I think I might have actually mentioned this before. NHL, like, just totals and spreads, because I'm getting my ass kicked, and I'm talking like negative 35% ROI over like 300 bets, like, which isn't even physically possible, because even if you're placing bad bets, you should only be losing like 6-7% to the VIG.
So I want before I get to that, I want to kind of jump in on my NBA. So I have an ROI of 1.3% on NBA. This is just bot plays. Up like 2.5 units, but my player props, I'm down like 11%, down like almost 11 units on that. So NBA hasn't been as good to me. I think it's going to turn around. It's been a rough month altogether, though. So
yeah, that's surprising. I think a lot of people have been struggling with the NBA props, but I know for a fact we're beating the closing line like crazy. I think that's swing around. Like, that's just,
I agree.
It's the NBA props were so good last year. I do think it's just going to swing back, but a lot of people who didn't get to experience it last year probably are a little hesitant to just slam NBA props.
Well, let me look at the NHL 1 second.
Yeah, so Dime NHL, I'm down. I've got a negative 8% ROI for the season. Started off pretty good, was up a few units through October, and then November has just been kind of a slide. I will say, so I've been messing around with the DVIGs or the CLVs on Pickett, and I think I've decided I'm just going to go with the no VIG market average. I think that's probably the best kind of view, just because you get like, you actually get a closing value and you can see what books it actually takes when you click on the bet. But I'm still beating, I still have a positive expected value for NHL on that. So I think they're good plays. I think this is kind of one of those trends, like almost as good as it was the month of October, it's been that bad the month of November. So I'm going to keep sticking with it and kind of see what it goes. I will say, talking to a lot of people around the industry, NHL seems to be the hardest sport to top down bet.
Yeah, well, because the limits are so low. That's really what it is. I think NHL, like the NHL totals market only takes like a couple $1,000s or something for like full game totals, and that's like equivalent to like a first quarter total in the NBA. So it's like, we'd say that the first quarter total market isn't really that efficient. It's just as efficient as probably NHL full game totals, which is kind of crazy.
So main and outline NHL only have like 60 bets total, but 6% ROI, and I'm up about 2 units on it. But I don't have much volume there.
No, you don't. But I have seen people making some money, so it might just be one of those things where I'm on the wrong end of it. DGen just asked if SharpMoney works for offshore books. Moving to California today. I think I saw him post something in the Discord earlier. So yeah, we have. I forgot exactly what California has. I know they have. You can actually. I don't know if they have Fliff, but Fliff, Bet Online, Bovada. I'm assuming all those books are available there. We have a list of all the books that we have available in the Discord, so you can check that out. But we don't have DFS right now, like Underdog or Prize Picks. Hopefully in the future we can add those in, but not an option right now for us.
But my bookie, Bovada, couple of them.
Kenny says they have Fliff. I think Kenny might be in Cali too. I forget where he moved, but Rebet. Yeah. So the other thing too is Kenny mentioned ProfitX. I would love to add some bet exchanges in the future too. Like ProfitX is one of them. There's a Cut was one that I used to use, but that's so good for, it's basically exchange markets are just like peer-to-peer betting. So there's no one's going to limit you if you're a profitable bettor because you're just betting against other peers, and the exchange book is just taking 1% of the money. So, a lot of people are talking about that, exchange books kind of could be the future of sports betting because they're legal in almost every single state. And, there's no crazy taxes. There's no high VIG. It's like a really low VIG, and it's just peer-to-peer betting. You don't have to worry about limits. Like if there's liquidity in that market from other peers, then it's going to be a good bet. Right now, the problem is they don't have the advertising like DraftKings or FanDuel. So no one knows these things exist unless you are probably a limited bettor looking for other outs. Mm-hmm. So I think in the future, it'll be a big thing. But right now, it's kind of, it's not too big. But I know Louisiana and Michigan also are like the two states that don't have a lot of the profit exchange books, which sucks.
Right.
Which is the two other owners mm-hmm. in Discord. We get another question from Jay Salem. Just went away. Can you talk about books for which are sharp and for which sports? NBA, FanDuel, Pinnacle, college basketball. So for basically, this is kind of broad. I mean, it changes for every sport, but basically Pinnacle, Bookmaker, and Circa are always going to be the sharpest books on like major event, like major league events. They're talking like MLB, NFL, NHL, and just I think I'm missing one there. But NBA, yeah. So those three books will always be the sharpest because they're taking the most action from profitable sports bettors. So they might be taking $40,000 bets on certain sides in total. So their markets have to be efficient so we can trust them. When it comes to player props, I wouldn't trust the sharp books at all because the reason the sharp books are sharp are because they have high limits. But with player props, there's no book taking more than probably $1,000 or $2,000 per bet. So player props are one of those things where it's more of a market average. FanDuel and Bet Online is kind of where we lean because they've just been historically hard to beat betting into their lines. So you can assume that they're actually good at setting them. The one thing you have to watch out for is for college sports. Pinnacle will not be very sharp because Pinnacle is not a U.S.-based bookmaker, which means no one in the U.S. can obviously place bets. And the college market is mostly U.S. based. Like you're not having, people from Europe or Canada betting too much college sports. So the markets just aren't as efficient. So just watch out for Pinnacle on like college sports. They're not great.
So here's a question. So why is Bookmaker sharp?
It's the same. They just have really high limits.
Yeah, but they're not U.S. based, right?
Yeah, they are.
They are. I don't know why I thought they were not.
They well, maybe they're not U.S. based, but inside the U.S. you can bet them. I guess I don't know where.
Gotcha.
I guess I don't know where. Where it's based out of, but. Devin mentioned, Profit X, Thrills, and Novig are all good profit exchanges. So we do have access to their data. So Bookmaker is Europe based because it ends in .eu, so which makes sense.
Yeah.
But we can.
That's what I was wondering. But it makes sense if you can use it inside the US, then that's the answer. So
if you're looking for a little college basketball play, good line is Wofford. FanDuel plus 25.5 against Duke. Since I'm calling it out on the live stream, they're gonna lose by 40. But
where's that line at now?
It's a good bet. 25.5 Wofford plus 25.5 on FanDuel. Minus 106 is a good play. So a little live call out for you guys.
All right, I'm gonna put that one in right now.
It's got some good value to both Bookmaker and Circa. Both Bookmaker and Circa are sitting at 24. So you're getting 1.5 and less juice at minus 106.
Yeah, so I'll mention this too. We were talking about this issue that we kind of have where Bookmaker and Circa, we can't compare them to FanDuel if they're not listing the same exact line as them. So like Mathwin's just called one out where the reason it's presenting value to FanDuel is because they have a much better number, not price, than Bookmaker and Circa. So I'm trying to figure out a way to compare numbers that aren't exactly the same to still find value. So something we're hoping to work on soon. I will pop over. All right, I'm going to look through. I'm going to pop over, switch tabs to our Discord and actually find some numbers. All right, so here is the Discord. I'm going to clear these all. Or here's one right here. I think I already hit this one, maybe on a different book, but this is on MGM, Temple versus Florida Atlantic. First half total under 24.5, minus 105. Circa is at minus 120 here. First half point total, pretty decent market. This is a 2:00 game, so we're only a few hours away. 1.8% EV. This is a play that I'll take even with that low number, just because it's right before game time.
Good, because my name's on it.
Oh, is that? I didn't even look. All right, I'm logging into my MGM. What do we think I can get down on this?
MGM.
Yep. Over under $5.
It's gonna be that bad.
Under $3.17.
Nine. Wow. Hammering them. I'll go back. So this is if we're going off of here, I'll share this tab. If we're going off half Kelly here, you should play a unit. Something like this, I'm not opposed to playing a quarter Kelly. Probably should actually play a quarter Kelly. Obviously, I have limits, so I just get whatever I can. But yeah, probably a half unit play on that one. I would save half Kelly for the markets that you're really confident in. And that's the other thing too. If you're struggling, just go back to betting like full game spreads, full game totals, and just like go back to the basics. It's how you kind of want to get out of slumps. If I'm running hot, then I'll start playing like first quarter stuff and like pushing it a little bit.
Everybody in the Discord let Boat know that he wasn't on stream, and Wofford plus 25.5 got called out here first before he put it in the sharp call outs in the Discord. He just put it in there, yeah. So make sure you give Boat some shit for skipping the Discord or skipping the live stream.
Yeah, why isn't he watching? All right. Where the hell is Sharp plays? I'm losing it. All right, your shop callouts. Haven't scrolled through here in a while. Everyone is it dead?
Yeah,
might already be dead. There's a lot of dead emojis unless people are just screwing with them.
Nah, it's to 24 now. So
yeah,
24.5.
Line moved. So we got value there. I mean,
the stream moved the line.
Yep, it could have. I do wonder, like even with like the Sigma callouts, like when he just posts like some random person to have over one steal, and like 100 people just go hit that line on FanDuel, like they must be like, what the fuck is that? Big movement like that.
You want another live call out right now?
Yeah,
let's do a little James Madison over 136.5 college hoops. FanDuel minus 110. Bookmakers at 139.5. Circa's at 139. FanDuel's asleep at 136.5.
Nice.
That's tonight. So this game's still pretty far out, but if I'm getting 3 points to Circa and Bookmaker, 2.5 and 3 points, I'm a little less concerned with the lower limits being 10 hours from game time.
Yeah.
Yep. FanDuel just moved to 138.
Oh, really?
Son of a bitch.
Wow. I got to check my slip as you said that. I put it in. Whew, I caught it in time.
Damn.
136. That was fast.
138.5. Yep.
Hey, you need to put those in the private chat first, Jeff, before you say it publicly, because we need to be able to get to them.
You guys tip you guys off first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like lines have moved at like 20 cents almost in the last 30 minutes.
Wow.
Towards the over.
Here's since you have Fliff now, we can talk some Fliff bets.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is one I took. Or how do you feel about these market average plays? Because I feel like Fliff is just so far off that I don't really have a problem taking it. Like if you look on this, the most recent one post is Arkansas versus Texas. Fliff is under 54.5 at 140, and just like all the retail books are at like 120, 115. I think I bet this one already. Double check.
So I haven't been playing these, but I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much got my Fliff to hammer prop callouts from Sigma. And then Fliff is also pretty weak on live betting too. So I got him to do some live betting on.
Nice.
I don't have a ton of bankroll in there right now. So I'm probably gonna hold off. Yeah, I'm probably gonna hold off and just I don't know if Sigma's dropping any NBA today or not. I can't remember if he said so, but that's kind of what I'm holding my Fliff money for. Yeah, so I can unload on some player props that he drops later.
Well, this is a noontime game, so you'll have your money back. You'll have it doubled.
All right. What's the play?
It's Texas or Arkansas versus Texas under 54.5 at 145. I'm pulling it up on my phone right now. They don't have a website.
All right, fine. I'll do it for the stream. We can ride this one out together. When it loses, I'm going to post it on Picket and tag you.
All right, I'll own it. 54.5. It's never mind. It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. All right, so that bet should clear. That was a yeah, it posted like 20 minutes ago, so I wonder if it just killed it or not.
How much college football are you guys on today?
I was about to ask that too. I don't have much.
Just about nothing. Maybe like a couple random things, but that's it.
Yeah, so I'm the same. I don't have a ton out. I've had so much success with NBA and college hoops that I'd rather spend my bankroll there. There's been some good plays. I've just kind of, when you're able to turn through your entire bankroll every day, it's kind of like you got to pick and choose what's had the best returns for you.
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been too. When there was when college football just started and it was kind of dead, when we were basically just waiting for college football every weekend and there was nothing. It was before the NBA started. Then I had so much volume out, but I have a feeling a lot of it was pretty bad, bad bets and bad volume just because I was trying to force it so much. And now I'm just because I can get so many bets out in other sports, I'm just not focused on college football anymore. I just take the good pings. Here's a bet on FanDuel that just pinged. I hit this one earlier, but FanDuel just popped up a little bit of value. This is a first half spread. I've been pretty good with these markets. Yesterday I got smoked. I think went 0-5 on first spread NBA markets, but they've been good the rest of the time.
I'm throwing this on the screen from Dev too, because this is a good play on Canby. So if you want another one, go ahead and fire away at this on Canby.
I want to get y'all on MGM. There's the Raptors spread.
Raptors. We were just talking about this game earlier. Yep.
So I know when Jeff, you did your live stream on the NBA 2 weeks ago or whatever, you're talking about big line movement before you like to bet it. We're still a ways away. This game's a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock game. So what are you looking at this? This is obviously a heavy favorite. The line is the sharp line's pretty flat at this point. How do you look at this?
For me, I'm not playing this right now. It's only a 1% edge. It's a 1% edge. It's pretty flat. Like when lines move in the NBA, like when it's a good move, they move. So like that's what I want. I want one that I know is going to gain like a point of value. So like I posted some on my Picket this morning, and I wonder where those are at. If you want to hop over to my Picket page, I posted 3 totals from this morning. that had some big movement, and I've had some really good success, and like that movement sticks and sometimes even gets even better. Like all three of them. So like this morning I played, and I know this doesn't help for this bet, but like this is why I'm looking for big jumps. Like this morning I played Lakers Pelicans under 221.5 at -110. It's already at -130. Played Spurs Mavericks over 227 at -110. It's at -134. Played Jazz Kings over 225.5 at -110. It's at -160. So like that's what I'm looking to do in NBA is really grab hopefully that many cents. Like to me, if I were to play this right now, like the market hasn't told me anything about this play.
Right.
Like, I don't know if I'm going to gain or lose value on this. I want to jump on plays that I'm fairly confident are going to close in my favor.
No, it makes sense. I wouldn't have took it either, but like going back to when we were betting MLB, like I would have been all over this on baseball. You know, like a flat sharp against MGM. It's just, you know, I wanted to kind of get your opinion on it from the NBA side. I would have waited closer to game time, see if this line moves as well, but I was just curious.
Yeah. So that would be my take on a play like this.
Yeah, I would actually probably it's literally 1% EV, like on the dot almost, which is like the lowest we flag. But I don't have a problem taking this. And like I said, with point spreads, especially full game, like I just looked, I'll pull up Pinnacle Odds Dropper right now. They're taking $6,500 on this side. So it's like I don't really mind it. I'll play point spreads pretty much any time of the day because the limits are just that much bigger. But I got no problem waiting on this one too. But I don't hate it.
Yeah.
So you don't really know which way the market's going to go, but we have an edge right now. I'm good with playing it.
I think it's just we're still so early in the season. It's to kind of get eventually. I think everybody will have exactly what they're targeting and know what plays they're looking for. Right now, it's still kind of up in the air what I like. It just depends on the time of day. That's something I would take if it's this afternoon. If I see it, I would probably take that. But
if it's because the later in the day, obviously the limits are going to be bigger and it's going to be harder for lines to move. So even if you're seeing a flat line like an hour before game time and it's only 1% edge, like you're probably still good to play it because the market's probably not going to move. But when you do see those big movements like Jeff's looking for, pretty much any time during the day, it takes a lot to move something 10 cents. So you definitely know there's a ton of action coming in on it.
Yeah.
Here's a game right here. This is another market average on FanDuel, but I don't hate this one. Morgan State. This is college basketball.
Mm-hmm. That game starts in 18 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
See, this is where I want to know where Circa and Bookmaker are, even if they're not priced here.
What
So it's Morgan State.
Total? I don't.
JIT. I don't even know who that is.
Spread.
It's spread.
So Bookmaker and Circa are both sitting at 6.5. Bookmaker's heavily favoring Morgan State at -6.5, and Circa's at -110, -110.
At 6.5, so we're getting a whole point to Circa.
What is this one at? What book is this? Oh, this is FanDuel.
It's probably a little bit.
Well, now FanDuel just moved to -106, so that's probably. I mean, you're getting value at -106 for sure.
All right, I'll load this one up. Have you checked Pinnacle limits on college basketball?
They're lower.
Are they like useless low? It's -114.
The disrespect.
I got -106 still.
That's funny.
On FanDuel?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the Morgan State side. The values to Morgan State.
Oh, then
at -7.5, -106.
Hold on. I lost my screen.
The value to Bookmaker and Circa on that play is definitely the -7. No, it's not. Hold on. I'm going backwards. I was thinking 5.5. Yeah, I was backwards on that. What am I doing?
Well,
yeah, no, it's a no play.
Yeah,
and you're sitting at minus 114, and bookmakers heavily favoring the favorite. It's a no play.
The one thing that until we can factor in the Circa and bookmaker odds where they don't have the same spread, I would probably you can download bookmaker and Circa and just make an account for free. You don't have to put any money in, and you can just double check the lines and make sure they're good. So there's a lot popping up like crazy. Richmond minus 3.5, minus 102. Pinnacle drop minus 113.
I was just looking at that. It's good to Camby at minus 3, minus 110. 3.5 minus 102 on FanDuel. You could take it.
It's like close to fair value, probably. I mean, we're flagging as
you're getting like 7 cents of value. It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's solid. You're getting it at minus 102, so you're getting 7 cents of value. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it is pretty solid.
I'm gonna take it.
And I'm not backwards on this one. This one's good.
Yeah, that was actually the right way.
I was gonna look up penny limits for you. So I actually have both up, so I can tell you both. So like spreads on this, penny limits are like 500 for a spread on the Richmond game.
Damn.
So not good at all.
That's the lowest I've ever seen. So
well, totals are 250.
Okay. Well, I didn't know they went lower than 500. So that is
250 is the lowest that they'll go. And then Richmond.
Terrible.
Richmond Bucknell.
While you're looking that up, here's a really good play on ESPN. Northwestern plus 28. We have bookmaker. No, let me get a call. That just. We have bookmaker and Circa at minus 115, and we're getting this at plus 100 on
Northwestern plus 20.
Yeah, on ESPN. Northwestern plus 28.
Yeah, I was on that one earlier in the week. So I'm glad it's still good.
Yep.
I can't. So the free version of Spank Odds does not have the Richmond game listed.
Gotcha.
So I do not know what the Circa limits are for that.
ESPN is not verifying my location.
ESPN let me get $100 down on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reload the.
Does that ever scare you that the book that limits you the most is just like, oh sure, yeah, take 150 on this one, you idiot.
Yeah, I threw 100 thinking it would just say, hey, your limit's 50. So I don't know.
I'm either 100 or $50 on like spreads. So sometimes it varies. I think they allow me to bet more money on their alternate lines than their like main lines, which is weird.
All right, I need some more Camby hoop plays here. I've got some bankroll I need to get out still.
I still can't believe that you can get money off there.
I can't believe, who was I talking to? I think it might have been Chap. I can't believe that Chap can't get anything off and I can at Play Gun Lake. Like I figured Play Gun Lake just was a little nicer with limits, but I guess not.
Damn, Northwestern just moved.
Well, look at Ohio. Look at DraftKings. Ohio State minus 27.5 now.
Well, that 28 is such a key number that being on 27.5 and being on 28 is not a bad middle.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Like it's technically still considered a middle, I guess, even though you can't hit right in between them. You just get your money back if it lands at 28. But
here's a good. I'd probably take this one on DraftKings here. This NBA play. Chris Paul over 9.5 points, plus 125. It's a market average play, but we have Bet Online in there, priced at plus 105 and plus 102. Pinnacle's at 102. ESPN's at 100. Looks like DraftKings just an outlier here, so I'm going to play this one. Have your limits got way worse on DraftKings for NBA props, Jeff?
Yeah. The closer to game time, the better, but most of them I can't get off more than $20 to $40.
Yeah, I'm not even getting that anymore. I feel like it's like close to 10 every time.
I'll be honest, I haven't really been playing props on DraftKings because of it.
Yeah, it's a turnoff.
The only thing I really use DraftKings, I still use it for NFL, but live betting, their limits are much nicer, so I'll use it for live betting.
I was actually able to get off $60 on that. It's probably because it's a points market. Like if it was like a combo market or something weird, they wouldn't. But yeah, so if you missed that one, Chris Paul over 9.5 points. Really good value compared to just the rest of the market where the books are at. Plus 125 on DraftKings. And if you have limits there and you typically don't bet it, give it a shot because they're taking a little bit of money. The other thing that happened to me the other day was ESPN Bet. I don't have them on my prop bot for most. Actually, I have them on my prop, but I don't have my notifications turned off because I thought my limits were so low. Yesterday, I went to go place an NFL prop, and I got $50 off on it, so that was interesting. But I don't think I've placed a single prop this year for the NBA. So last year, I was $10 limits flat, so I'm assuming that's what it is now, but I'm going to give it a shot.
For Sigma users, he just posted the college football props.
Ooh. And for non-Sigma users, go check them out. There's a 3-day free trial. You're missing out big time.
Yeah, you can. Now, I would say, now is not a bad time to get in because you'll get. Well, every day is good now because of NBA. So if he posts, he'll post like 30 NBA props a night that just have crazy value. Basically, every single one he puts out, we're able to get, and then the markets move pretty much right away. Keep getting phone calls. So this Austin Reeves over 5.5 player assists, plus 135. Really good value to FanDuel and Bet Online. So I'll see what I can actually get off here.
Seems like mine are flat 20 on ESPN.
20? That's better than a lot. It's not too bad.
I kind of pulled them off of my prop. I just not.
It's probably worth. It's probably worth it though for $20.
Yeah, you might be right.
Where'd he go? Over 5.5 assists. I'm looking at rebounds. Sorry. Is this an alt line? Austin Reeves over 5.5 assists. You're able to find that one, Brayton, on ESPN?
I haven't even looked. It's normally right there when they have alts. See how like that one is?
Oh, like it's listed with it. Yeah, so maybe they
pulled it.
Yeah. You still using Rebet at all, Braden?
I got kicked off. Not for EV betting, but just Rebet realized it was never legal in Louisiana. So
okay.
So one day I kept getting like this location service like denied. I couldn't get into it, and then all of a sudden I saw on there they updated their map, and Louisiana was grayed out. So I had to contact them to send me my money back.
Damn, really?
Yeah, because I couldn't even log in.
I'm gonna play some of these NFL prop bots too. Stafford over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I kind of like this one. Their FanDuel's priced at -1, plus 116. Bet Online plus 100. Pinnacle plus 100.
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good play. Stafford. This one's been sitting there for most of the week, which I don't love, but
I think I've tried to play it 4 times.
Oh, yeah. You're like a good
So that's the one thing with can't play him this week. He's out.
Not bad Mac Jones, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm playing this Bonix one too, I think. I haven't looked through the NFL prop bot yet, so I'm going to probably hit most of these. Okay, that one's in. It's mostly passing touchdowns. Is this Stafford listed twice? That's like a glitch. Minshew over completions, plus 102 on FanDuel.
It looks like we might get 2 NBA drops from Sigma today.
Oh, yeah, he's doing 2.
Yeah, early slate around 1 Central and possible later slate at 5.
Nice. Caesar's empty. I haven't bet until I have Bally. I actually lost all my money there in their Canby book. I only put like 500 in, was placing like $100 wagers and lost it all. So I haven't gotten back in there, but I should probably re-download them. You still hitting NHL goal scorers, Jeff?
Yeah, I play them in the morning. They've been solid. They're still up on the season. Just like a lot of things, November's been tougher than October for that market, but still doing well with them.
Nice.
I just can't get consistent with that. Like there's days I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go and I take everything, and then I forget about it. So I'm not doing it every day, and so it's definitely not showing the profits that I think I could be getting if I did it every day.
Yeah, NHL is just one of those markets that's killing me right now, so I don't want to add another source right now. So I'm just focusing on basketball mostly. Here's a play right here, though. Massachusetts versus Liberty. Liberty minus 15.5 at plus 104. Bookmaker and Circa have it at minus 110. So you're getting a coin flip, but you're getting paid out plus 104. So there's your 2% edge.
One you can't take.
One I can't take. 'Cause I'm in Massachusetts, but I will call it out for you guys if you can take it. Probably a half unit play on that.
Sorry, I'm hitting some college football player props from Sigma right now.
Oh, are you? That's like Fliff probably has those, right?
Yes, they do. That's where I'm hitting them right now.
Another thing we can't do in Louisiana.
Technically, you can't in Michigan either.
Oh, because of Flip.
Yeah, what do you mean? Jeff is from Massachusetts. That's what his Flip account says.
That's funny.
You just can't withdraw or deposit without a VPN.
Oh,
so you can play. So you just have to deposit or withdraw with a VPN, and then you can play without one, though.
Nice. Yeah, so if you don't have Fliff available to you, you can download a VPN and kind of fake your location and get in there. Did we already call it a Wagner or Seton Hall play? Seton Hall just popped up on ESPN, minus 15.5 plus 110. We're getting plus 110. Bookmakers at minus 110. That's a great play.
Seton Hall minus.
I feel like I already talked about this game at some point, but maybe we're hitting it twice. Maybe we're playing the opposite side, but. Price is still good.
110.
Yeah, $50 max for me.
Yeah, same. 50.
Cool. I'm on that one though. Got any more questions? I haven't been looking at the chat at all.
I haven't seen much. We have any Discord questions? No.
Josh was asking how much action's on FanDuel for Sigma's plays. You can get a lot of them out. I strictly use FanDuel before I hop back on Fliff, and I was getting out quite a bit just about every day, Josh. So you can get plenty of action down on FanDuel using his plays.
Yeah, the thing is, like,
top down guy, or one of the best bottom up guys around.
The thing is, he calls out the best book available for the play he calls, but that doesn't necessarily mean you couldn't find it on FanDuel for value. Also, it's a little different than top down betting, where if he calls, someone to get over 10.5 rebounds at -110, he pretty much says you can play that same number up to like a 15-cent difference. So if you find it on FanDuel, plus, over 10.5 at -125 odds, you can still play it. So he's not calling it out on FanDuel, but you can still play it because his edges he's not finding 1-2% edges in the market like top down is. He's finding, 10-20% edges. So there's a little wiggle room there for odds to be a little different.
And anyone with any of our Bet365 users, so when he dropped his NFL props, anything I couldn't find on the book that he recommended, I found on Bet365, and some of them for even better pricing. So I know that's not a book he's on, but if you have 365, you could probably take just about everything on it.
Yep. How do you guys? So there's been some talks about, what's the easiest way to scan the best odds that he posts. I found that Pickett is pretty good. If you go into their search bar and just type in the player prop that he has, they'll come up with all the prices. So you might be able to play it on, especially if you're limited, you might be able to hit FanDuel and DraftKings, or there might be like 5 books showing value to what he posted. So if you wanted to bet, a little bit on MGM, a little bit on Caesars, like wherever you can get the money down and kind of just spread it across every book, that's also an option too. It's really time consuming, but obviously the value is there, and it's probably worth it. If if I can get $10 down on 5 different books, it might be worth it to me.
Right.
Like I said, right now there's like so many plays that when he posts them, I'm kind of just picking FanDuel and DraftKings, and if I have more time, I'll look through like the ones he posted for MGM and see if there's value on FanDuel. But yeah, it does take time. But
so what I'm doing is I know I can get down a full unit on FanDuel, DraftKings, and Caesars for me, and I know I'm limited on ESPN, MGM, and so those right now, I'm hitting FanDuel, DraftKings, and Caesars in that order, and everything else I'll try to find right now on Bet365. So it's kind of how I do it.
Yeah. Guppy just asked, how did I start doing projections? I've been posting a couple of them. I'm honestly just having fun with it. I'm not really doing anything crazy. I'm just having fun building like some Excel sheets and throwing some random stats together and trying to find an edge. So nothing I'm taking too serious, and it's so damn time consuming. Like Sigma, someone asked Sigma how much time he puts into his building or his call outs and building his projections. And he's saying he's putting in 20 to 30 hours a week. And before I probably just started dabbling in projections, I probably would have said that's BS, but dude, I'm just trying to stat out like rushing attempts for NFL players. And I probably put like 5 hours in just this week, like statting out some like simple stuff. So I can only imagine how much time he's putting in.
Full-time work.
Yeah, exactly. How do we feel about the FanDuel total ping that was loaded? I don't know if I missed that.
Is that the Seton Hall
team total? If you're talking about this one, I wouldn't play it. A team total with like such a low EV, I'll be looking for like 3% or higher on team totals.
There was also a first quarter total that pinged. You might be talking about.
Celtics Raptors first quarter total over 55.5 minus 120 on FanDuel. And we've seen the past couple hours, we went from minus 121 down to minus 131. So there's that kind of 10-cent movement that Jeff always talks about. It's not like it happened right away. It was over the course of a couple hours, and we're only at a 1% EV right now, but FanDuel hasn't reacted to any of that pinnacle movement yet. What do you think about that one, Jeff?
So first quarters, I'm scarred for first quarters because they ate my bankroll last year. Not playing at this, like, obviously we didn't have SharpMoney. I was playing them a little bit different way, but I think I would say it's a good play. I personally would love to see like a little bit bigger edge in terms of EV percentage. But I think I'm also kind of gun shy on first quarter stuff because I did so poorly with it last season.
Yeah.
So,
so when it comes for me, I pretty much max bet every book besides FanDuel. So when I'm doing my bet sizes as kind of like a limited better here, I'm not looking at the Kelly anymore. I'm almost just playing it as how much confidence I have in like the certain market. So I've been pretty much markets I'm not confident in. I've been pretty much playing or not as confident. I obviously think there's an edge if I'm going to play it, but something like a first quarter total, I'm going to play this for $100 flat. Just because I'm not that confident. But if I see a full game spread come up, I'm hitting it for like $200 or $300, like a couple more than normal. But I'm not really basing my bets on EV anymore. I'm kind of just like, it's like a confidence level for me.
I'd agree with that. I think that's a smart way to play it.
Yeah, because if I can just trust the market and trust that, even if it is a 1% edge, but I can trust it more, then I'm still just more confident playing higher limits.
I played it for 75. I guess that's technically like 3/4 of a unit for me.
So that's like your the lowest bet you'll place, or will you bet lower than that?
Yeah, 50s will be kind of the minimum. I've been kind of rounding everything up to the nearest $25, just because I am a little bit conservative on my unit size right now.
Yeah.
So that $75 is nothing that's gonna make me sweat too much. But I do like to play. I like the line movement.
Yeah, see your name right.
I'm probably going to hold off of this one right now just because I've only got $288 left in my FanDuel account. And I think I can find something better to play it on. But,
yeah.
That's another good point, too, is I talked about, we've definitely talked about this before, too. But if you're playing through your entire bankroll on one book, and say you're doing it like it's noontime right now, then if you want to put in more work, then you could probably, like, if you know you're going to have that much volume, you could probably like cut your bet size in half, because I'd rather have like 100 bets at a lower number than like half the bets at higher price. If that makes sense for one day, if you know you're going to play through it. So,
all right, let's somebody in the chat give me a good game to play either Basketball Mania with or Football Mania with.
Football.
Somebody who's listening,
football,
throwing in the chat.
Bills, huh?
Well, it's Saturday.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about. Sorry, I'm an NFL guy, not a
Saturday Night Football.
Yeah.
Guppy says Texas, Arkansas. I got yelled at this morning for picking Arkansas to cover in my daily double, so I might have to put that out there just out of spite so they can cover.
What is there, Georgia, Tennessee, maybe?
Georgia, Tennessee's today too.
Probably the biggest game on the board.
Kenny says Texas, Arkansas. It's 2 Texas, Arkansas. When's that? What time is that game? Is that tonight? We got some time to.
Texas.
I also don't want to post a noon game because we're less than an hour away from that.
Let me look it up. Colorado,
Texas, Arkansas is early.
Oh, is it at noon?
Yep.
There's really not too many good games to.
Might have to do Tennessee, Georgia.
Yeah, that's
good.
Yeah.
Georgia, the 7:30, 6:30 Central.
So if you don't know how that game works, in our free Discord section, you can guess the score of the game. Or are we just doing total points now?
Football's the score of the game.
Yeah, so if you guess the score of the
Basketball's total points.
A SharpMoney T-shirt or a free premium membership, but anyone can play it. It's pretty sweet.
At mine right here, I was wearing it earlier, but it actually got kind of cold in Louisiana. And when I say that, it's like 60 degrees. So
I was about to say, I think it was like 25.
Yeah. I had it on earlier, and I had to switch.
Here's the first quarter spread I'm taking. Math ones might not agree with me here, but I've been just hammering point spreads whenever I can see them, especially I might be busier this afternoon. So here's one on FanDuel. We got Hornets getting a half a point in the first quarter, plus 108. Circa is at minus 105, and Pinnacle is at plus 100. Small edge. It's pretty much similar to the other one where we have a pretty stale market with a small edge, but something I'm playing. Maybe the other guys aren't, but
I'm going to play it just because it's kind of an early game, and I think I am going to get busy. So just to have a little bit of.
Oh, it is 3 o'clock, so maybe the limits aren't terrible. So that's another one.
For NBA, the limits are probably pretty high by now.
Yeah, I'll look it up on Odds Dropper. Hornets. So alt lines, first quarter.
It's probably 1,000.
Yeah, 1,500.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So Hornets home. Yeah, pretty stale market. Limits just went up not long ago, and the price has only moved like 1 cent one way. So,
dude, how bad? I'm writing up Football Mania right now, so I'm looking for a player prop. How bad has Carson Beck been this year?
I do not watch any college football at all.
So oh God,
I'm not the guy, Brayton.
I'm not the guy either.
You're talking to a wall right now.
These guys are killing me.
This is pretty sad, but I don't even know who Carson Beck plays for. I know he's a quarterback.
Dude.
I don't watch ESPN, Sports Center, nothing.
I watch
Patriots lose every Sunday, and
is that the Georgia QB?
Yes, it's the Georgia quarterback who is probably considered the.
Hey.
Oh my God! You guys are unbelievable.
This is why people hate EV bettors, because we just make money on sports. We have no idea what's going on.
Unbelievable.
At Dime's last live stream, he trashed my alma mater. Didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, I was like, "What? I've never heard of this team." Louisiana. What is their name? The
Raging Cajuns.
The Raging Cajuns.
They're 8-1, man.
Did you check the lotto this morning, Brayton?
No, I didn't.
The Raging Cajuns are in the lotto.
What? I have to go play this.
I put them in my my build too, my 4-leg build. It's funny.
I didn't take the lotto yet. I need to.
I haven't built any lottos today, really.
There's no UTSA, and we have the Raging Cajuns.
I'll probably just tail you today. I don't feel like building one out.
Yeah, I see it ladder me. Let's see. Oh, that's your ladder.
Did you post
that's
that?
Basketball. It's in my callouts. It's a 10-legger.
Lotto boost 85%.
Your page is so nice and organized.
You can
graphics.
You can autofill it from Pickett.
Clearly, Dime hasn't been playing my callouts because he's got a scroll from October.
I play the daily double every day, but it's time to get back on track on those, huh? We've been getting kind of
Well, we hit yesterday.
I couldn't even take. I didn't take yesterday because I missed out on the points move so much.
Did you see the CLV from the play yesterday? So we played it at 192. It closed at let me see, where is it? It closed at 131.
That's what I'm saying. By the time I went to take
65 cents of movement.
By the time I went to take it, everything moved on me. I was like, well, I guess I'm sitting this one out.
It was the Pelicans line. The Pelicans line went crazy yesterday. I almost took them money line in the daily double. I should have.
Yeah, I had Pelicans point spread.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this tennis match still going on? Fritz pulled it off. I think a lot of us had him. We got pinged on the game spread. Fritz like plus 2.5. So I think everyone's starting off well today. I got 34 bets open. That's nothing for a Saturday.
You might have more than me.
Yeah, this Liberty Massachusetts game is getting towards Liberty. Tons of pings to market average, and then Liberty minus 16.5 at 108 on FanDuel. Bookmaker has it at minus 110. So another one of those coin flips there. You're getting at plus 108. We're getting pings like crazy. Here's a good play. Oklahoma minus 27.5 versus Stetson. Bookmaker minus 110. Circa minus 115. Even money on ESPN. This is the one that did I miss this one earlier? I think I did. Minus 27.5 for even money. Okay, it's still good.
Yeah, so let's see. I only have 30 plays, and I bet 15 of them came from being
right
now.
Yeah.
So Jeff, you said you went back and changed your Pickett CLV. You said just the no vig, or?
Yeah, I went to the fair no vig, which is essentially a market average, the no vig of the market. They take all the books that have the line, and then they take the average of both sides of the line and then devig it. I figured if I can beat that, then it's a good play.
Okay. I was just curious.
The problem was like with Circa or Bookmaker or Circa or the penny devigs is if the line moves, so like an NBA line, if it moves off the point total, they don't have a Circa line to compare it to. So it's like I was getting like 20 to 25% of my bets actually had a closing line value. And that doesn't do much for me. So I just went back and did the no vig. And if I can beat the entire market with no vig, then I'm in a good spot.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, the other pro to that too is you're comparing to the no vig line. If you do the circular pinnacle or your custom devig, it just takes it to like the book's price, not necessarily the no vig odds. So kind of that's why.
So here's the Celtics Raptors just pinged at over 57.5. This is a first quarter that I'd be interested in. You've got a big movement and then a 4% edge on a first quarter ping. I don't know if it's still there. I don't have any money left in my FanDuel.
If you scroll down, you can actually get 5%.
5%, yeah.
So I'm going to place that. Yeah, so it's still there. Over 58.5 for the Celtics Raptors at plus 144.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great play. Pinnacle just got priced down about 10 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the kind of move that I'm looking for.
So Don, what are you playing, that flat 100, or you have more?
Just pretty much anything first quarter. I'm playing 100. Cornell Lafayette. Cornell minus 10.5 right here. Bookmaker minus 115. Circa minus 110. It's a good play.
Buddy, I'm doubling down on your Celtics to cover. They better come through here.
I actually ended up playing a Celtics spread too. So I have like Raptors plus 18.5, Celtics minus 14.5. So I got a pretty decent middle now.
Did we play Cornell earlier?
I don't know. That's what I just
Court
minus 10.5 plus 100.
Yeah, it's a good play.
I'm almost out of FanDuel bankroll, so might as well get rid of it.
Celtics team totals overs pinging. You playing these team totals, first quarter team totals? I mean, that's like two small markets.
Not on days like today, where times like now, it's when I know there's probably value to that play, but I can find bets with more value that I'm more confident in than that one. So I'm not playing many of those right now at all.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like if it was a time where it was slower and that's all I had the option of playing, I'd probably play it at a low, maybe a quarter Kelly or something like that. But right now there's just no reason for me to play that.
Yeah.
All right, just made my nice little Cornell ladder.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been any place for Caesars at all today. I don't know if I told you guys too, but Bovada, I got an email from Bovada like a couple of weeks ago saying that they're they're no longer letting Massachusetts residents bet them, which is interesting. So I had to take my money out of there.
So Michigan did that a few months ago. They closed down in Michigan.
That's interesting. I wonder why they're doing it and not like Bet Online and those other places.
So it was Michigan legislation that doesn't allow offshores anymore. But the offshores don't care. Like there's no legal, I don't think there's any repercussions from an offshore book like letting people bet into them.
Yeah. Right. Especially if it's just
state.
It's like, yeah.
Correct. So Bovada pulled out, but like all the other ones you can still play off of.
Yeah. All right. We got a good fliff play for a prop. Anthony Davis over 2.5 assists. Even money on fliff. You got FanDuel at minus 125, Bet Online minus 123, Caesars minus 127. No idea what fliff is doing on this one, but this is a good bet. Pelicans. There's only 5 NBA games tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to hop on this one.
Think the line moves before we get to it. One of us probably.
No, fliff is dumb.
Over assist. All right, I'm in. See, the fliff got hard to find props on because they juiced their lines so much. Like I'm looking at some of these assist markets, like Austin Reeves. They're actually it's like 50 cents of vig. Like the overs are minus 150 and the unders plus money.
But some of their lines are so off that it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good play right there. Anthony Davis over 2.5 assists plus 100. Is MGM priced up there too? They might be. While we're on NBA plays, I'll hit MGM for a few bucks. LaMelo Ball under 5.5 rebounds. Even money. FanDuel minus 122. Bet Online minus 111. Caesars minus 115. Kind of look at this chart. Everyone's down low, so I like this. LaMelo Ball under 5.5. 100 still there. Let's see. Did you catch those Lions pings early in the week, Jeff? I saw there was a couple.
I did. I grabbed a couple of them off. Well, the problem is most of them were on DraftKings, and you can't ladder on DraftKings.
Yeah,
so I grabbed a good one off of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had a
so
a
I
play
think
on Bet365 Lions first quarter under 6.5. I can't do it. They're just too good.
Yeah, right.
I can't do it. Like
Your bias is fighting it.
yeah.
The NBA, college basketball. What did they start at 11?
there was a couple games that started at 11. There's another big slate that started at noon. Longwood just pinged on Canby books at minus 12.5 plus 110 for college hoops. That's a huge
I need to
at 12.5 and 13.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. I need to put. No, I was sharing the wrong page. Yeah, this is the what bet he's talking about, and this is Bally Bet. Canby books are also Bet Parax, and what other Canby books are there?
So I was actually on this play from earlier today, and it was real early, and the limits were really low. The lines were so far off, and I was able to get $30 down. I just went back to Canby book again, and it let me get 120 down on top of that.
Wow, is it maybe because it's right before game time? Yeah, they must be accepting more.
Maybe. I don't know. I can get $100 on every leg of this ladder.
Yeah,
though.
Longwood minus.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, this is insane. Longwood minus 13. Canby books are offering plus 120 odds.
Circa plus 120.
Yeah, Circa has it says
Circa's at even money.
Yeah, wow. Are they even money or fair value even money?
Well, nobody at me when Longwood doesn't cover this because I have them at 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5, and 13.
Nice. I need to get back on Bally. They'll probably lose their license in Massachusetts anyway because they'll probably just not have much of a market share when it comes to customers. So they'll probably only last a year anyway. So I don't know why I'm trying to preserve that account. We had WinBet in Massachusetts and I made a ton of money on them, but they lasted 1 year and then gave up their license. Here's another great bet that I'm playing on the Fliff NBA prop bot. Harrison Barnes over 11.5 points. Bet Online's at minus 109. You see DraftKings and ESPN bet just dropped. So I'm assuming maybe some news came out on that. But I'll play this one. Mavs Spurs, Harrison Barnes over 11.5 points. An alt line. Price is still good. Locking it in. Yeah, I need to make sure all my Fliff bets hit because I need to scale up that bankroll so I can start betting more.
So I need to unload Fliff so I can load more in because it won't let me put any more in until I empty what I have.
Oh, really?
There's like there's something with like you can only deposit so many times before you have to play through that at least once.
Yeah.
So I've got to empty my account on this Sigma drop later so I can put more in.
Oh, you can do it when it's just like literally emptied but not gone.
I think so. That's the way I was reading it. So it's like because they want you to play through it once or at least have it played once before they let you they reset that counter.
Yep. You could, So people used to take advantage of Fliff, and you still can for sure. Is like because I think they always have a good deposit match, so you could just like low hold and try to lose all your money on Fliff, and then just keep depositing over and over, getting deposit matches.
It's not great right now. I think it's a $5 for every 100. Like deposit 100, get $5 after.
Yeah, that's not great.
That original, but I mean, a free $5 is a free $5, I guess.
Yep. I did double my Fluff account in like less than a week, though, from 500 to 1,000.
It's so crazy, like how much, like, so since college basketball's back, I'm able to bet Play Gun Lake more, which is a really soft book. Now that I'm back on Fliff, like, it's so much easier to scale and grow your bankroll when you're hitting soft books. Like when you're just trying to play into FanDuel, and it's so much harder.
Yeah, no, when I was last month when going through that down stretch, I was like, I just need to make a second account and start fresh and just start making money again, because it does get a lot harder when you get limits on all these soft books and you can only play certain books. Yeah, so basically I'm pretty much if I go to my Pickett page and look at the books I've been, like the volume I have this year, it's probably like it's all FanDuel for the most part. We look here, I have almost 5,500 bets on FanDuel, then 2,000 into DraftKings, 1,000 into ESPN, WinBet when I had it. But even like Caesars, like I bet you this, like if I go to, let's just look at last month's stats, because that's obviously when my limits have come. So yeah, look, I bet 420 something bets on FanDuel, and my next closest book was ESPN at like 40.
DraftKings.
Oh,
but still 180. That's nothing compared.
Yeah, still 180. But yeah, so FanDuel and DraftKings are like the only books I focus on.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the bets that I'm hitting on probably Caesars and MGM is coming from my stream when I'm sharing like just plays like that I want people to take, and not necessarily doing it on my own time, because I wouldn't waste my time betting $5. DraftKings got me last month though. That's different.
Yeah, I actually lost a good bit in DraftKings late, probably the last 4 weeks.
Let's look at the year.
But it was my most profitable for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up pretty damn good in both right now. FanDuel's actually been pretty good growth and 3% ROI. So I've done well with just FanDuel, but it definitely is just harder. I'll hop over to Discord again, see if we got any more plays. Not seeing too much. You got any more questions in chat?
Just Big Protein wants to know where you live in Massachusetts.
Give the whole address.
No one's even gonna know where it is, but no, I'm from Barry, Massachusetts, which is basically, it's like central Mass, kind of south of Worcester. I think Big Protein said he was from Boston. I think I've seen him chat before. We have to do a meetup soon. We have a ton of people from Massachusetts in our Discord. And then like it was actually probably the first 2 months or something that we built SharpMoney. We had probably half the members, but we did a little SharpMoney meetup at a brewery in my town called Stone Cow. We met up there. We had like 5 or 6 people show up and a couple of beers. It was fun, but I want to do a bigger meetup soon. Maybe we can meet up at actually one of the sports books. I was thinking for maybe the NFL playoffs or something.
I gotta see if I think it was Cal that was talking. I gotta see if Cal's going down to the Lions game tomorrow. Maybe I'll grab a beer with him before the game.
Nice.
Can you post a link in the Discord? Can I get the Discord? Big Protein.
Oh my gosh, dude, we got to hook you up. Hold on.
So you just found, he's from YouTube. So you found my YouTube page, but he's not in the Discord. I think pretty much everyone on my YouTube, unless he found from like the Outlier stream.
There you go, Big Protein.
There you go. Freshly baked wants a SharpMoney barbecue. You can do that.
I like barbecue.
I want to go down to Louisiana and do a little some crossers down there. Braden said he's gonna hook us up.
Yeah, dude.
All right, now I'm hearing 1,000 pings, so let's go back and look. Fanatics Fanatics has a good price on the Pelicans plus 6.5. To do that on my phone. Fanatics main lines, you should be able to get a little bit of money off.
Let me take that out. I forget to go on Fanatics.
I pretty much ignore it unless I see a spread.
But it's kind of like what Jeff was saying last week. The only reason I'm still betting on it is to get the fan cash.
Really? Yeah.
It's not really a book that I can get enough down for it's worth my time, but fan cash is nice.
That number moved too. Yeah, when the fan cash is sweet. I had in Massachusetts, I had a sign up bonus where it was like if you bet, I think it was bet $100 a day, and you get $100 of fan cash. So I had like $1,000 in fan cash at one point. Bought a bunch of random shit.
Yeah, I only have 84, but it's still nice. I'm gonna eventually cash that in.
You're better. You can convert it to a bonus bet, and then obviously make 75% of it with a conversion, or you could just spend it on the store. But
yeah, I think I want some gear.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Something Raging Cajun related. Just
you have a jersey?
No, I'll probably get something for the Saints. I'm sure. I'll probably get a jersey or another polo.
Yeah.
If the Raging Cajuns ruin my lotto today, they're going to be on my shit list forever.
Oh, dude. Hey, they were, like I said, they're plus 700 last I looked to make the playoffs. There's a chance, an outside chance.
Aquaman says that North Carolina is the midpoint between Louisiana and MA. Jeff's from Michigan.
I think Michigan is actually the midpoint. Michigan's in the middle.
It's in the middle. It's a little too north.
No, it's the middle.
Actually,
we'll meet in Michigan.
Yeah. We're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
No, if we were trying to think if we were to do one big meetup, where it would be. We do have a ton of people are from Louisiana and a ton are from Massachusetts. I feel like that's the biggest spot.
And Michigan, I feel like.
Yeah, maybe it's just because we talk about those three states more than others.
We've got a lot of Ohio people too, because they talk about the Buckeyes and they're just infuriating. I can't wait. If Michigan beats Ohio State, I'm going to be the most miserable person to be around in our Discord because I'm just going to talk shit every day. Because we have a couple of our promo team guys are Ohio State fans, so I'm just going to be posting in there daily, multiple times every day. But we'll probably lose by 40, so I won't get a chance to do that.
Here's another one of those flat markets on FanDuel. It's a small edge, but it's full game. It's first half point spread, so I'll probably put a little on this, but we got Spurs plus 7.5 at minus 124. Pinnacle sitting at minus 138. Flat, but I have actually. Where's my FanDuel account? Down to $3,000 on FanDuel. I think I was at 10, so I've gotten quite a bit down today.
Damn. About to take one of these promos from Deb or somebody. No, Greek
posting.
I've been so bad at taking our promo plays.
Yeah, I'm trying to do better. It's like they're making so much money, and I gotta check these things.
So like I'm so limited on promos, and I only get them on FanDuel and DraftKings. I don't even get them on anymore.
Yeah. The reason I only have 34 bets on Pickett is because I forgot to sync my phone in the. I forgot that. The mobile website doesn't update.
Yes.
See, I'm gonna sync my phone right now and see what happens.
Oh, nice. Fritz came through this morning. That wasn't the tennis match you were talking about, was it? Was it Fritz?
Yeah, Fritz plus 2.5 game spread was plus money, right?
Yeah, I had him at plus 2.5 and plus 1.5.
Yeah, I saw him ping twice. I only grabbed him once. I also had the under first set totals. It was like under 9.5 and under 12.5 pinged or something like that. They both hit. That was sweet. Let's see.
Wofford's pinging again. That's good for us.
Starting the day up 100, 130 bucks. Not bad.
What did we grab Wofford at off FanDuel? Was that 26 or 25?
Let me see.
I think it was 25.
25.5.
Yeah.
What's it at now?
Still 25.5.
Still, is it minus 106?
Minus 112 off FanDuel. Circus sitting at 20. Circus sitting at 25 flat though, so that kind of went against us a little bit.
Still probably. Well, minus 106, it's probably actually pretty much fair value to get that half point.
Well, you're losing a half point though.
You said, Circus
flat. Yeah. So not great. I mean, it's a little negative EV now.
Yeah, so terrible call out.
Yep. I told you they were going to lose by 40 when I called it out. I warned you.
Pelicans first quarter point spread. FanDuel's been moving this Pelican spread up, giving it more value for some reason, but Pinnacle has yet to move. I already hit them first.
I don't like bets like that.
Yeah, I don't love seeing books move up. Actually, this is DraftKings. I don't know if that changes it for you.
Yeah, lately I've been trying to just follow the sharp books.
Ooh, what was that? Casper Rudd over. Total games 18.5 minus 150. This is really good value. Looks like people already hit this in the day. You're on the under.
No, I feel like I'm on that, but I don't see my name. I might have taken it on a different book. Let me
minus 150. I'm probably not going to be able to get my tennis limits on. I got $50 on that one actually. Our tennis limits are usually pretty bad, but that wasn't too bad.
Over 18.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on it already. I had it at 165, minus 165.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fair value is minus 167, so it's not that bad actually.
The city's not burning down over there, is it, Robbie?
No, that's my old work phone. I'll call him back later. Got more important things to do. I should actually probably get off soon in a minute.
Yeah, I've got to roll here.
Yeah, we've been rolling for a while, man. This might be our longest one.
This pescatarian, whatever this Presbyterian team, plus 4.5. They're getting smoked.
Yeah, we get
that one right before the game started.
Yeah. I put 1.5 units on it.
Yeah, I did too. Well, we'll be down a little bit to start the day then.
Yeah, I think it's a 20-point game already.
Yeah. Who knows? College basketball.
We're not even at halftime.
I know. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get off then. You guys getting off?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a long ass stream, 1.5 hours, and we had probably the most viewers ever. We had like over 100 viewers for a while. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, this is always fun, man. Enjoy it.
All right. Good luck this weekend, guys.
Yeah, let's go make some money.
Later, fellas.
See ya.
See ya.